Whilst my GS 1250 went in for its 25,000 mile service, BMW Northampton let me have a play on their 2024 R12 nineT for a couple of days. So if you're curious about this bike, stick around for some facts. You'll find the R12 nineT Cruiser in the Heritage section on the BMW website along with the R18. As you can see, the R12 comes in 3 variants. The R12 is the substantially less expensive option at $11,999. It has slightly less power and it comes in a more stripped back spec. The stylish R12S comes with legendary heritage, with modern technology, comfort and riding dynamics. A descendant of the iconic BMW R9T. It's based on the R12 nineT and costs from £18,460. The R12 nineT replaces the outgoing R9T and comes in at £14,420. The bike was first introduced back in 1935 along with the R17 at the Berlin Automobile Exhibition. Back then the design was a unique pressed steel frame, and it may have been one of the first production motorcycles to have hydraulically damped telescopic forks. So here we have the R12 nineT from BMW in San Marino green, which is a dark olive green. I think that's a beautiful colour actually. There's 2 of the colour options. For the Black Storm Metallic you'll pay £14,420. For the San Remo Green Metallic you'll pay an extra £250 at £14,670. And for the option 719 aluminium colour package you'll pay an extra £2,100, but that does get you the milled components with a vibrant racing red frame and a single seat, giving it the complete heritage look along with a stylish aluminium finish. The first thing about bikes is it an attractive bike? And I think this bike ticks all the boxes for that. And I've just ridden 50 miles back from Northamptonshire and I put it into dynamic mode. It's obviously got road, rain mode and dynamic mode, dynamic being the sporty version, and it's got a lot of poke. The 2024 model has the same 1170cc boxer twin engine but pushes out an extra 13.4 bhp, giving a healthy 107 bhp at 7,000 rpm and 84.9 foot-pounds of torque at 6,500 revs per minute. It has the top speed quoted by BMW as 215 km an hour or 133 miles an hour. You can get the bike on an A2 compliant variant with the power reduction at 35 kilowatts or 48 bhp. Remember, the R12 version also comes in a reduced output. Weight is 220 kilograms with all operating fluids, standard equipment and 90% of fuel. The permitted total weight is 430 kilograms. Seat height is 795mm or 31 inches. I'm 5'9" with a 29-inch inside leg. I can easily flat foot with both feet. The lovely aluminium shorter and narrower fuel tank holds 16 litres and fuel consumption is quoted at 5.1 litres per 100 kilometres based on WMTC, giving you an excess of 300 kilometres or 186 miles range dependent on riding style of course. The exhaust is Euro 5 Plus compliant. The drive is a carbon shaft, so no chain maintenance, and we have a 6-speed gearbox. Brakes are efficient as the front and back brakes come with industry standard Brembos, a twin 310 disc and 4-piston monoblock radial brake caliper at the front, and a single 265 disc at the rear with a 2-piston floating caliper. Suspension I found very comfortable with fully adjustable 45mm upside down forks at the front, cast aluminium single-sided swing arm with power lever brace at the rear, a central spring also with adjustable preload and rebound damping. Front travel is 120mm. The frame is a new lighter 2-piece tubular bridge steel space frame with a subframe bolted on the back. For greater road-focused handling, the R9T has 17-inch spoked rimmed alloys front and back with Michelin's competent all-weather Road 5s. This R12 nineT Roadster packs technology, but as ever those extra components will bump the total price up if you opt for them. First, here's the standard equipment you'll get already on the bike at the starting price of $14,420. The aluminium tank, riding modes, rain, road and dynamic, keyless ride, fully adjustable suspension, dynamic engine brake control, the partial integral brake system, ABS Pro, dynamic traction control and a newly designed exhaust system. The optional equipment includes the single seat at £300, headlight pro at £200, the anti-theft alarm £255, tyre pressure control at £250, the digital display at £120, the connected ride control including the smartphone holder £280. The comfort package, I'd probably have this because it includes the Shift Assistant Pro, so the automatic gear shifter, cruise control, the hill start control and the grip heating, £980. The option 719 milled parts package is $2,100 and the classic spoke wheel is $550. There's a host of other accessories which are optional, including the Soul Fuel collection, so you've got the tank bag and the panniers, so the 10 and 16 litre side bags $621 and the 5 litre tank bag $142. The cockpit fairing comes in at £800 and the nice rear end trim £570 and the titanium Akrapovic exhaust is £985. BMW say the bike is relaxed yet dynamic on the move. This is ensured by the characteristic roadster ergonomics and equipment such as the ABS Pro and dynamic traction control. The classic tank shape and compact proportions result in an agile riding position, while the handlebar and footrest position contribute to the riding ergonomics. I'm 5'9" and I found the seating position very comfortable along with the seat.
Yeah, the gears got very clunky. The indicator sign, when you indicate, there's a little icon comes up, it flashing both sides. So if I put my left indicator on, look, it's flashing both sides. Why can't you just have one indicator pointing left? And then you'll also notice this fuel sign. So there's no fuel gauge. So whilst you're riding, you can't look and see what the fuelage is, how much you've got left. So what will happen, a sign will come on the dash, as it has done, and that will indicate that there's 40 miles left of fuel. With my GS you can see exactly how much you've got left, how many miles, as you get right down to the last few miles in single digits. But here I've just got a sign and I've got to sort of guess how much it's going down to the zero from the 40 miles on the reserve tank. I just spotted another negative, is the back of the bike is throwing up a lot of crap from the road, obviously in the rain, so you'd probably need an extension on the mud guard there to stop the trajectory of the rubbish coming up onto the back of the bike.
So those were my negatives, the main one really being the clunky gear change, of which the BMW staff members said he thought the gears were a bit clunky. Now I'm not sure why that is. The bike's fitted with a hydraulically operated single drive clutch, which is supposed to make it a smoother gear change along with easier maintenance, so I thought they were clunky. Have you got one of these bikes? Have you ridden one? Do you think they're clunky? Drop a comment in the comment section down below. Let's move on with the positives. I think the bike looks stunning and has bucket loads of street presence. It's a quality built bike along with its components, as you'd expect from BMW. It's really easy to jump on and ride with its 795mm seat height. Its 220kg weight doesn't feel cumbersome, quite the opposite, being easy to manage at low speeds or around town. On the open road and twisters, the acceleration and torque from the 1170 boxer twin engine will definitely put a smile on your face. The suspension, brakes, handling are all up to the challenge. Its drive is a carbon shaft, so alleviates any chain maintenance. Another positive is the abundance of customisable components, so you can pick and choose which parts or accessories to tailor make your version of the bike. There are tweaks all over and underneath the bike. The new airbox has moved to under the seat. There's a new revolutionised frame concept along with new cylinder head covers. This unmistakable looking roadster now combines classic elements with state-of-the-art technology to create a unique work of art. Since the R9T's inception in 2013, the bike has sold in excess of 106,000 bikes, making a very popular bike. With this latest rendition, its success looks to continue.